7 foot even. Number 20.
Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Ja Morant, he's out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Brunson in at the 3. Now Middleton following the three-point attempt by Giannis. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
Pass to Morant. This one for 3. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Koulibaly. On the wing, George. He's covered by Maxey. McCollum, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Middleton, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Nice, a mid-range jumper by Middleton. I didn't know guys were allowed to take that shot anymore.
And that one drops for him.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Middleton with it. Brunson picks him up. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got his second bucket of the night.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low. Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Now here's Middleton. His last outing, he had 24 points. Sarr gets the bucket.
Well, that's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Brooklyn making some changes. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Edwards in for Ja Morant. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you so much. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Washington making some changes. Corey Kispert's checked in for Keyshawn George. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for Koulibaly. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose, but after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
McCollum outside, fires for 3, rebounded by the Nets, and the win streak sitting in an astonishing 29 games. A monumental team achievement.
Yeah, look, I've been on some teams that had some great runs. It is so hard because you have to be talented. You've got to be 100% bought in, but then you also need some luck. 50-50 balls bouncing your way. They're getting all of that and then some.
And it really helps their team so much with Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Free throw good, Carrington. Washington making some changes. Bagley, he's checked in for Sarr. Johnson comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Whitmore in for C.J. McCollum. Then for the Nets, Leonard, he's checked in for Maxey. Banchero comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Jason Tatum in for SGA. No one covered.
Well, hey, Johnson is a volume three-point shooter for a reason because he's very accurate from beyond.
Kicks it out to Banchero. And the Nets miss again. Here's Whitmore. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Antetokounmpo is out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Morant. And it's SGA in at the point. And the dunk by SGA.
Well, it's been SGA's night, whether it's in the half court or out in transition.
Pass to Whitmore. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there. Brooklyn leading by 3. And you watch Bub Carrington. You know, Tim, for a young player, he has got a real feel for this game.
Yeah, Kevin, he quickly processes things out there. He's got great anticipation at both ends. And I'll tell you what, he's just getting started. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
For the Wizards, George is checked in for Gill. Chris Middleton comes in for Johnson. And it's Koulibaly in for Cam Whitmore. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Maxey's checked in for Victor Wembanyama.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Pass to Koulibaly. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Nets have gone 3. A 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Brunson.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Koulibaly. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Out to Morant. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Inside. George dishes to Middleton. That ball, nice speed that time from George. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And that one's good, Maxey.
Well, that's a nice finish that time by Maxey inside, making full use of his exceptional agility and athleticism.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. For the Wizards, Alexander Sarr comes in for Corey Kispert. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Carlton Carrington. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Middleton is doubled. McCollum outside. The Wizards working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. The Wizards with another miss. Nets leading by 6. And Maxey with the basket on the assist by Brunson. Maxey's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Middleton is doubled. Outside, George to the inside. And Sarr throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Oh, Tyrese Maxey showing you he's got some serious hops to go with that deep shooting.
Pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
John, put it down hard.
Watch out below. Woo.
How about the authority from Moran? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Took him no time at all on that one. Koulibaly's got 5 points in the quarter.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Leonard comes in for Jalen Brunson. Edwards, he's checked in for Morant. And it's Tatum in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Jason Tatum. Timeout on the floor. Brooklyn timeout.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jalen Brunson.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Rockets. From deep, George Wembanyama with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 5. Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
And don't sleep on Maxey's vertical. He's great at using it to hammer those down.
Middleton finds Koulibaly. Leonard against Middleton. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding. A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Here's Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time. That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Three-pointer. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be right back after this.
You know me, I'm a stickler for rating these competitions. If I've seen your dunk before, that's...
And shifting gears, back to the half we just watched. SGA, outstanding.
Well, this...
And that about wraps it up.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. He was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, you're gonna have to adjust the way you're defending him. He is getting whatever he wants right at the rim.
They've got Sarr. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Coulibaly into the two-guard spot. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. Coulibaly with it. 5 points in the game. For three, Middleton, and no good. Brunson with some nice D. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, that's the endless energy of Ja Morant. There's no denying that man.
In the corner, Middleton with it. And it's blocked by Brunson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Wizards trail by 8. Outside, George. Down low, and Sarr throws it down.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sarr? He is doing it all tonight.
SGA into the lane. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. You know, Tim, when you look at Bilal Coulibaly, outstanding length for a wing.
Yeah, 6'8" with the reach of Stretch Armstrong. The tools are all there. And at his young age, there is plenty of time to develop his offensive skills.
Maxey, no good. Washington has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. For the tie, rebounded by the Nets. Brunson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Now, when he's out in the open floor, Maxey is almost impossible to match up with.
The Wizards have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. George double-teamed and stolen by Maxey. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Pass to Coulibaly. Now here's Middleton. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Here's Morant. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Sarr's shot is off. Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
We all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Champagne's checked in. Kispert comes in for Keyshawn George. Johnson, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for Coulibaly. The Nets also changing it up. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Edwards comes in for John Morant. And Banchero subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Deliver the hammer!
What a finish!
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Champagnie passes to Kispert. Maxey with the block. And that one, good.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Brooklyn.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Maxey finds Brunson. Wembanyama outside. The 3 from Banchero. It's good from long range. Banchero's got 5.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
And finished off by Banchero.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Stolen by Brunson. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Coming onto the floor for your Wizards.
7 seconds left to play in the third. Middleton on the wing. Launches a three. Well, through 3 quarters of play. Down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Maxey. Morant is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Edwards in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Kispert. And here is Johnson. Here's Champagnie. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Nice shot by SGA.
If Gilgeous-Alexander gets into this kind of rhythm from deep, he is even more dangerous.
Here's Carrington. And here's Kispert from the arc. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. And here's Edwards from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Maxey attacking. Washington with the rebound. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Johnson, a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn leading by 18. Giannis! And that comes off the assist by SGA. SGA's got his 6th assist on the night. They double him with Giannis. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. To the paint. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And it goes down 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's great footwork and great ball control. It feels like Shea can go wherever he wants on the court.
Nets leading by 20. Takes it inside, and Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Here's Brunson. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And he has become deadly from that in-between area. Brunson as efficient on the midi as anybody.
A wide open look here for Koulibaly. Drills the three-pointer. Jim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious for everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. Wins on the year now.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game times. Shot's good by Middleton.
Well, he led his teammate and hit him in stride. You really can't do it any better than that.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
McCollum against Morant. McCollum outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying